If you're looking to buy cheap FIFA Ultimate Team coins, go and check out buycheapfifacoins.com to get yourself a further discount off your order. Use the discount code EGHD. They also have an automated delivery service, so you'll get your coins in seconds. What's going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another FIFA Ultimate Team video. Today we're going to be looking at the future of Ultimate Team. I'm going to be showing you guys some players that I think should be in Ultimate Team as legends. We currently have about 66 legends in Ultimate Team, and obviously that is just going to go up and up over time. So I've put together a list of players that I think should be in Ultimate Team, but I've also left quite a lot of players out. So if you think there should be some more legends that I haven't mentioned in this video, leave it in the comment section below. But also remember that these are all estimations and all predictions. So if there are some stats you don't agree with, let me know and correct them in the comment section below as well. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now obviously we've got quite a few legends to get through. I think we've got 13 legends in total to get through in this video, so my descriptions aren't going to be massive on these players. They're not going to be too in depth because we need to get through, 13 legends here. But first one is going to be Thierry Henry, and this is a player that I absolutely love because I'm an Arsenal fan and I used to be a big supporter, especially when he was actually around at his peak time at Arsenal. And but because I know I'm going to be biased, I actually kind of was a little bit harsh on him, I think. So I've given him a 91 rating overall, 93 pace, 90 shooting, 86 dribbling, 80 passing and 82 physical stats. What do you think of those stats? Do you think that's fair, or do you think I'm still being a little bit too biased, or maybe do you think I've been a little bit too harsh? But I'd give him 4-star skill moves because he's quite a skillful guy, had a bit of flair as well, and his weak foot I'd give him 4 because he wasn't completely ambidextrous, but he did finish with his weak foot every now and again. Next up we have David Beckham. Of course this guy's a legend, not just in the whole football kind of scene, but also outside of football. Once he retired, he's done loads of things for charity. He's actually got involved with loads of different types of brands and loads of stuff basically. So this guy is definitely a player that should be an Ultimate Team as a legend. And I've given him an 88 rating overall. Obviously I've put him in as a midfielder, I've put him as a cam. Obviously he's played through different positions in the midfield role across his career. But 83 pace, 86 shooting, 93 passing, 84 dribbling, 53 defending and 75 physical stats. I've also given him 3-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. Taking things a little bit more old school, we've got a player here called Garrincha. Some of you younger guys may not even have heard of this guy, but he is a Brazilian legend, and he was a little bit of a funny one actually. Physically, he was a little bit different. He was born a little bit different. His spine had a little bit of I don't know if this is the correct word, but a defect. So it wasn't 100% like a normal kind of spine. So it actually gave him a little bit of an advantage when it came to the pitch because one of his legs was 6 centimeters shorter as well. So he really was a little bit of a weird one, but had a different kind of view on the game, and he's actually had amazing dribbling, amazing skill moves, and of course he was Brazilian, so he had that flair as well. So that's why I've given him 5-star skill moves, given him 90 pace, 93 dribbling, 87 shooting and 84 passing. It'd kind of be like a cheaper kind of Pele, if that kind of makes sense. If you're someone that doesn't know Garrincha, he'd kind of feel like a Pele on the pitch. And on the topic of Brazilian legends, I've gone and put Ronaldo in here, and I think of course he deserves a legend card. Everybody knows he deserves a legend card. He was actually in FIFA 11. I used to play with him on FIFA 11. He used to have 5-star skills then as well, and he was actually a really fun card to use. But obviously he didn't have his pace back on FIFA 11 because he was past his peak time. But this is his card stats: 92 pace, 92 shooting, 93 dribbling, 74 passing and 78 physical stats. Obviously 5-star skill moves, and I've given him 4-star weak foot. Do you think 94 overall rating is fair enough, or do you think maybe a 92 or 93? Let me know your opinions on that. Next up we have Johan Cruyff, and again for some of my younger viewers, you may not actually recognise him as a player, but you might recognise his second name, which is Cruyff. Of course that stands for the Cruyff turn. He actually invented it. It's a very simple but effective skill move, but it wasn't one of those skill moves that is like a 5-star skill move or anything. So I've given him 4-star skill moves overall, looking at some of the footage of him playing football, of course, because some of these legends are really hard to find footage of. But I've given 93 dribbling, 86 pace, 89 shooting, 88 passing and 74 physical stats, 89 overall in the centre forward position, and I've also given him 4-star weak foot. So what do you think of those stats? Next up we have another old player. We have Gordon Banks, and I say old because it's basically around the same kind of realm as Pele. Of course, now he actually managed to play against Pele, and he actually made one of the best saves the world has ever seen. So you can actually search this on YouTube, of course. Search up Pele Gordon Banks save, and it literally is classed as one of the best saves in the world, if not the best. So his overall rating is 90, 89 diving, 85 handling, 83 kicking, 91 reflexes, 67 speed and also 89 position. I've given him 3-star weak foot and 1-star skill moves. To be honest, I have no idea what kind of stats given on the skill moves and weak foot department, but that's quite a common kind of area for goalkeepers. On the topic of English legends, I've got Rio Ferdinand. Obviously, not so long ago, he was actually playing football. Now, I've given him a 90 rating overall. Of course, this is just his peak period that I've given him a 90 rating. I've given him 74 pace. He wasn't like the most quickest. He wasn't slow, but he wasn't the quickest. But he's very tall, very strong. I've given him 91 defending, 92 physical stats. Obviously, a Man United legend. Given him 2-star skill moves as well, because at the end of the day, he is a centre-back, and 3-star weak foot again because he's very right-footed. Next up, we have Bobby Charlton, again, another player that is English. I've given him an 88 rating overall, and I've given him 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. I've given him 83 pace, 87 shooting, 88 passing, and 85 physicals, not 85 physical, sorry, 85 dribbling, and 84 physical stats with 73 defending. So he'll be one of those players that would be the perfect centre mid, especially kind of like an attacking kind of role as well. Very strong, it seemed, but obviously, I tried to check out as much YouTube stuff as possible, and all you see is highlights of these older kind of legend players. So maybe I was a little bit too generous on some of the stats. What do you think of those stats? Maybe I could take some down, maybe even put some of them up. Next up, we have Cafu, a Brazilian right back, and definitely should be in this game as a legend. I think I've given him an 87 overall, and I think that's about right, because at the end of the day, there's not many, it's quite hard for a left back or right back to get high rating, just because of the way the algorithm works, the way that EA work out card ratings is very, very difficult. But yeah, I've given him an 89 pace overall, 81 dribbling, 87 defending, 86 physical, and 84 passing, 3-star skills, and 3-star weak foot. But you know, other contestants, you can kind of relate him to someone like Dani Alves, for example, is also Brazilian, and I think that he is potentially one of the best right backs in the game. Almost there now. We actually have another player here, and a striker called, actually, I'm going to kill this name, Eusebio. I literally have no idea how to pronounce his name, so please don't crucify me too much in the comment section down below. But I've given him an 89 overall as a striker, of course, Portuguese, 88 pace, 92 shooting, 86 dribbling, 87 physical, and 77 passing. Of course, his defending doesn't matter. 39 defending doesn't matter on the striker, but 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. What do you think of those stats? Again, you know, as an old player, it was hard for me to actually find enough footage to actually gauge how good this guy actually was, because obviously, as I said, highlights just don't reflect what player is on, you know, every single day. Next up, we have Diego Maradona, 100% definitely a legend of the game. He actually had that famous moment in football called the hand of God, where he actually handballed it and put it into the back of the net. But overall, I've given him a 93 rating, and I guess because he's Argentinian, he's quite a small guy with insane dribbling, you could kind of relate him to someone like Messi. He's also got 4-star skill moves, or I've predicted him 4-star skill moves with 95 dribbling, 93 pace, 87 shooting, 88 passing, and 74 physical stats, as well as 3-star weak foot. Now, I've got a question for you guys that I also want you to answer. Who do you think was better, or is better, in their peak period of their career, Messi or Maradona? Next up, we have Ronaldinho, one of my favourite players, not just, you know, to watch in real life, but actually to use in Ultimate Team. It's just a shame he's coming towards the end of his career now. You know, the last few years of Ultimate Team, we haven't seen the best of what Ronaldinho can be, because his pace has kind of let him down a little bit, and EA have been quite harsh on his stats, to be, totally honest. You know, in his peak time, I'd give him an 87 kind of pace, that kind of area, 86 shooting, 92 passing, but of course, 96 dribbling, which would make him the highest rated dribbler in the game, and I think he deserves it, as well as 73 physical stats. Obviously, 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, at least 4-star weak foot, maybe even 5. I wasn't too sure. I've given him 4-star just so, you know, to make sure that I'm not just being, you know, biased because I love this guy, but I've also put him in the left wing position because that would be where he was playing when he was actually in his peak, but you know, he's played in various positions across his career. Saving the best till last, it seems. This is a play that I really, really want to see in Ultimate Team. Zinedine Zidane. Have a look at these card stats. Now again, the overall rating may be a little bit too high, maybe a 92, 93, but you know, his actual card stats to stay the same. But 95 dribbling, I think his dribbling would be at least 93, 94, and again, like his passing, his shooting, as you know, as a midfielder basically. And he was just amazing. He had so much flair, probably potentially the most flair I've seen, apart from someone like Neymar, of course, but they playing, you know, different roles. But I'd give him 5-star skills, definitely 5-star weak foot as well, with 79 pace, 86 physical stats, as I said, 89 shooting and 94 passing. I would love to see this card in Ultimate Team. Please make it happen for FIFA 17, EA, please. But that is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, drop a like, make sure to subscribe for some more, but also remember to leave in the comment section down below what players you would also like to see in the future as a legend, basically, that I haven't included in this video already. But also, if there are any stats that you think or massively disagree with that I've put on these player cards, make sure to let me know as well. It's not something I'm saying this is what it should be. This is me saying I think potentially it could be like this. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.